Hi there, welcome to today's painting tutorial. In this episode, we're going to paint a croissant with acrylic paints. So let's get started. And I'm going to start with a size 0 brush. Let's take some of this dark cherry color, and you can find the names to all the paint colors in the description below. And you can also find a link to the free sketch. So I'm going to add this in over here and then at this area. Trying to make these rounded organic shapes. And then in this center here, up here. Then we'll go over in this area. Then over here. Then right here. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little bit of this brown color. This is a chocolatey brown. And then let's put that in. Just kind of blocking in the color. Letting some of that brown mix with the red. Okay, we'll lay that in. Put some over here. We'll go to this area. Okay, and then I have this kind of orange color. I'm going to add some white into that orange. See if we can get a lighter value. Okay, and then I'm going to pop that in. Okay, so this orangey color is mostly going to be in the middle sections. Okay, and then up over here, we can add some of this orange. Okay, I'm going to rinse off my brush, and now we want to transition into some beige colors. So we can use the yellow ochre for that, and maybe add a little bit of white. And you can kind of mix some of the yellow ochre with that terracotta orangey color so that you have a little bit of a transition. We can start putting that in. Okay, I'm going to come up around this area. I'm going to add some more white onto here. Oops, that's a little bit too much white. So now I'm going to go into the beige. And let's add that along the bottom. around the top. Okay, we can come over this way. And down here, so I have kind of a shadow underneath there. Okay, and then I'm going to switch back to the brown and add a little bit of this darker color kind of in between those folds at the bottom. Okay, let's add this beige up here. And then I'm going to take this really pastel yellow and let's add that in this area. Can maybe add a little bit of white into that. Put that right here. I can add it over here. These are kind of the lighter highlight areas. Okay, so we have all the colors just about blocked in, so we'll let this dry and then we'll kind of refine things and come back with a final layer and some details. So now let's go back and smooth some things out, and I'm going to use a size 6 filbert brush. I'm going to take some of this chocolate paint and kind of bring this around here to define this area a little bit more. Coming back with some of the dark values. Then up here, it's a bit of a shadow. Then kind of, there's little folds in the pastry. Can bring this here. Okay, and this area, I'm going to bring some of that darker paint down here. And then over here. Just trying to smooth some things out. Then underneath here, there's a shadow. Rinse the brush. And then let's bring back some of this beige. So I'm going to take some white paint with some tan and some yellow ochre to get a nice warm tan color. And then let's bring some of that back in these kind of striped motions. And then in this section, then we'll bring some back into this area. Then over here. Okay, and then let's kind of smooth out some of this color. So I'm going to mix the red with the chocolate brown. See if we can get a little bit more of a brownish red. And then use that to kind of smooth this area. Put another layer and just make it a little bit more cohesive and blended. Okay, so that blended things pretty well, and now let's move to a detail brush. So I'm going to take some of the yellow with a little bit of beige and some white. See if I can get a highlight color with that. Be a little more yellow ochre to warm it up. And then let's try to add, maybe right here, some gonna put some little kind of striped details. Okay, I think I actually need a darker color. So let's try this with some burnt umber. That's a dark brown. Can mix it in with this other color we have on the palette to lighten it a little bit. And then we can try to add some lines with that. Just getting the illusion of the folds in the pastry. Okay, so now let's add a highlight. So let's take some white with a little bit of that beige in there. And for that highlight, can put some right here. And up along here. Can just do thin strokes. About right there. Okay, and then let's take the filbert brush and add a little bit of a shadow. I'm gonna take quite a bit of water and a little bit of the gray paint. Get it pretty watery and just go around that line at the bottom to add a really subtle shadow. It'll just give some realism and make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. Then you can rinse the brush and take a damp brush. Just kind of blend that out and smooth it out. Okay, I think I want to take a little bit of this yellow ochre and kind of put some of that into this area to give a little bit of texture that I'm seeing. It's kind of some folds in the bread. And then I have to make a correction here. When I stood back and looked at the painting from a distance, I noticed that this area needed to be a little bit more blended. So you could take that milk chocolate brown and just add some paint from this area here up to this area just to make a little bit more of a smooth transition there. And then I also went back and started covering up some of those darker burnt umber lines just so that it blended together just a little bit better. Okay, and then you can call the painting complete. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you give this a try. Please like and subscribe for more painting tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!